Hello! In my last video, I reviewed the Procreate animation app, Procreate Dreams, and came to the conclusion that it's not good. And many people in my comments agreed. There were also a lot of people recommending I tried ToonSquid, an animation app that I haven't heard much about before this. But when I looked it up, I saw that it's half the price of Procreate Dreams. And with so many recommendations, I decided to try it out. My original plan was to create a whole 2-minute animation about ponies to really get in depth with the app. But then I actually came to terms with how in over my head I was, and realizing just how long that would take. Especially since I've come to my conclusion after only animating a couple of shots. Now, is ToonSquid better than Procreate Dreams? Yes! Oh my gosh, yes! It's so much better! When I first saw people recommending this, I thought it would be a lot like Rough Animator, another animation app that I've tried, and I'm gonna be honest, personally, I didn't love it. It's definitely not bad, especially for $7, but I found animating on it with the UI a little bit awkward, and the base brushes weren't my favorite. I bet with more time I'd like it, but I definitely recommend it over other choices, but I don't exactly think it's completely for me. Now ToonSquid, on the other hand, blew me away. But how exactly is ToonSquid, an app created by only one person, better than Procreate Dreams? I thought we'd compile my issues from Dreams and show how ToonSquid tackles them. Here were all of my major issues with the app, even though many of you found more. Now first, Procreate Dreams still does not have a lasso tool. Yes, still. Now let's see how the squid's doing. Look at this. What was once thought as a basic digital drawing tool for me has turned into something of an honor to be in its presence. And it works perfectly, look at that, everything you'd want. You can select via freehand or shapes! Woo! Unfortunately, I don't think you can select by color, but I will take what I can get at this point. It's a lasso tool, what do you expect? Number 2. Procreate Dreams is really buggy, especially with undoing and redoing. ToonSquid does not seem to have this problem at all. The undo/redoing buttons work exactly how anyone would want them to work. By undoing what you want, and not what you don't want. And with other bugs, I didn't find any, except one. While animating, at one point the playback got very jumbled and started skipping. Smoking straight from your core. After closing and reopening the app, it fixed itself, so I'm not that bothered by it, but that is something I found. Number 3, resolution. Luckily in ToonSquid, how zoomed in you are does not determine resolution. Draw as zoomed out as you'd like. Number C. Unlike in Dreams, you can adjust how many frames is in one drawing. If you go to the settings here, you can set the default drawing length to whatever you want. No more struggling with the drawings. And as a side note, I find it much more intuitive to adjust the length here than in Dreams. Dreams uses a lot of gestures and finger touch to control things, and while that can be cool, it can also be really frustrating when it doesn't do what you want. Here it seems more basic, which I prefer, but that might just be a preference. Oh, also, remember how you can't have onion skin between drawings and Dreams? Oh yeah. ToonSquid also has alpha lock, reference, and merge, something Procreate Dreams lacked. Though here it's called lock transparency, fill reference, and merge. That one doesn't change. Lastly, the funniest problem I had with Dreams was that when you insert an image, it extends all the way until the end of the timeline, no matter what was in its path. Here though, when you insert something, it only takes up one frame. You know, how it should. ToonSquid has everything that I was missing from Procreate Dreams. I was so pleasantly surprised with ToonSquid. It's not just better than Dreams, it's just a great animation app, period. And for half of the price of Dreams, I'm so sucking up to the squid. I also wanted to speak about ToonSquid's other features. So like in Dreams, ToonSquid has the capability for a camera, though it functions differently. In Dreams, you have a set camera in a large work area. You don't move the camera and instead move the drawings, while in ToonSquid you have a set canvas and also the ability to insert a camera layer. With this layer, you can move it however you want. There's even all these different movement settings. Whew! Look at that! Perfect! I personally like ToonSquid's way of doing it, but I could totally see people preferring the Dreams version. I find ToonSquid's UI very intuitive. While learning Procreate Dreams, I had to look up tutorials and look at the guide for certain features, while ToonSquid was a little easier for me to pick up. There might not be as many finger gestures, but honestly, I'm okay with that. I found everything that I needed just by playing around in the app. Maybe there's even more features I don't know of. Oh boy! Also, I really like ToonSquid's base brushes. The most important brushes to me are the pencil brushes, so I was pleased to find one that I like without having to edit it. Another feature unique to ToonSquid is the ability to draw with vectors. If you don't know what vectors are, it's basically drawing with math, while regular drawing uses pixels. With this, you can guarantee that your drawings will look good at any size to create really professional-looking projects. Additionally, if you export as a GIF, you can export animations with a transparent background, which is extremely helpful, especially for me. ToonSquid is such a good app. I was so surprised by its capabilities, especially when put up against Procreate Dreams. ToonSquid was made by only one guy, while Dreams was made by a whole company. Now, there are things that I like about Procreate Dreams more. It's the performance mode. It's just the performance mode. But even with that missing from ToonSquid, I'd call the Squid a much better animation app than Dreams. You're paying less money for an all-around better app. I'm definitely going to be using ToonSquid for my upcoming projects. Though I do still have some faith in you, Dreams. You can do a little bit better, even if you don't think so. Please add the lasso tool, please and thank you. Anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for your support on my last video. I loved reading all the comments you left me with your own opinions on Dreams. And thank you so much for the ToonSquid recommendations. It's amazing! Sorry this video took so long. I was going through some troubles and slaving away to the dog. I'm gonna try and do more videos with my voice. It's pretty fun. And with that, make sure to subscribe to see the latest animation on a budget uploads. Ta-ta!